So far we have already discussed about the generation of the intermediate code. So there are number of ways to represent the intermediate code. How we will generate the intermediate code? For that, we can use either directed acyclic graph, syntax tree, or we can use the three code representation. So in this lecture, we will concentrate over the directed acyclic graph. How we will implement the directed acyclic graph and what is this? So directed acyclic graph, we can say that it is a compact form of the syntax tree. Whenever we are going to draw the syntax tree for any particular expression, then if there is a repetition of a particular expression in that expression, within the expression, we can say if there is a repetition of suppose a plus b, and again inside there is a plus b into c plus d, and again plus d plus e, like that. So here we can see that a plus b, there is a repetition. Okay. So whenever we are going to draw the syntax tree, then there is no any problem. We can draw the syntax tree for each and every expression, either it is repeating or not. Okay. But in case of the directed acyclic graph, first we will check and remove the redundancy. If any expression which is repeating again and again in a large expression, then that expression, a small expression, is called the common expression, or we can say common sub expression. Then we will try to take that expression as a common, so that is called the common sub expression. So whenever we are going to draw the directed acyclic graph, then first we remove the redundancy from a particular expression. Means we will remove the repetitive expression from the large expression. So whenever we will remove the redundancy, and after that we will draw the tree, that is called the compact form of the syntax tree. And this compact form of the syntax tree is called the directed acyclic graph. So in case of the directed acyclic graph, we remove the redundancy, we remove the common sub expressions, okay, or we can say the repetitive expressions. So we remove that, and after that we will draw the tree, that is equivalent to the directed acyclic graph. So in this we will consider one or two example so that you can draw the directed acyclic graph, because you are able to draw the syntax tree of various expressions. Okay. And during whenever we are going to draw the syntax tree, then we will also take care of the priority. We will provide the precedence, okay, priority to particular operators, like we will provide the priority to the multiplication over plus and minus. Okay. So similarly, we will take care in this case also. Whenever we are going to draw the acyclic graph, then we will also concentrate about the precedence. Okay. Now, how we will draw the directed acyclic graph for the given expressions? Then just consider directed acyclic graph is a special kind of abstract syntax tree. In short form, it is called the AST. Okay. So directed acyclic graph, it is nothing but a special kind of abstract syntax tree. Okay. Just we are going to compress, okay, the compact form of the syntax tree, that is called the DAG, because we are going to remove the redundancy from the expressions, and after that we are going to draw the syntax tree, that is called the directed acyclic graph. So it is called the special kind of abstract syntax tree. Okay. In this case, each node of it contains a unique value. Okay, it contains a unique value. It does not contain any cycles in it, hence called acyclic. Okay, it does not contain any cycles in it, hence is called acyclic. Okay, because we are not going to left side or right side. In case of the syntax tree, just we divide our expression and we will consider their left node, right node, and after that we again divide the left node into different children's and again the right node into different children's. Again the we can say the sub node again divided. Okay, so at the end we will reach toward the children node. Okay, but in this case the directed acyclic graph, it is little bit different than the syntax tree. Now we will proceed and check. A tag is constructed for optimizing the basic block. Okay, here we are going to optimize. We are removing the redundancy. We are removing the common expressions, or we can say common sub expressions. Okay, transformations such as the dead code elimination, it is also called the dead code elimination. Sometimes you are declaring some identifiers, okay, but you are not using those identifiers, or you are uh, changing the identifier with the another temporary variables. Okay, even though there is no need to replace again and again, then in this case, in case of the directed acyclic graph, we optimize, okay, and remove the dead code and remove the common sub expression. Okay, so a DAG is constructed for optimizing the basic block. Here we optimize the basic block. Means if there is a repetition of some expression, then we remove that. Okay, and after optimization, we draw the directed acyclic graph. Okay, a DAG is usually constructed using the 3 address code. Even though here for drawing the directed acyclic graph, we use the methodology of the 3 address code. Okay, so first we will consider the given expression, and after that we will try to reduce the number of identifiers in the given expression. Okay, first we will reduce the expression. And how is it possible to reduce the given expression? First we will consider the number of temporary variables. Okay, and after that we will start to reduce the number of variables, and at the end we can see that the number of temporary variables is less than the number of identifiers at the starting state, at the initial state. Okay, so here we use the 3 address code methodology, okay, to draw the directed acyclic graph. Why we are saying the 3 address code methodology? Because in the given expression, just we are deputing or replacing by the temporary variables and reducing the given expression, and after that we are going to draw the directed acyclic graph. Okay, so remember one thing, we use the technology of the 3 address code to draw the directed acyclic graph. With the help of the 3 address code, we are going to reduce the number of identifiers. Okay, in the given expression, there is the involvement of the more number of identifiers, or we can say the number of variables or the operators. Then we try to reduce that expression with the help of the 3 address code technology. And we also concentrate, we remove the dead code, or we also remove the common sub expression. Okay, and after that we can draw the directed acyclic graph. So we can say it is a compact form. Okay, so there are the different applications to determine the expressions which have been computed more than once. Okay, called common sub expression. So in this case, in case of the directed acyclic graph, remember here we remove the common sub expressions. Okay, if there is a repetition of a particular expression, common sub expression, then we remove that. Okay, like in the mathematics, whenever we are going to solve various expressions in the algebra, then first we will take the common. Okay, suppose a plus b is repeating, or suppose c plus d or something else repeating, then first we will take the common. Okay, and after that we can reduce our expression easily. So this is the way. You have already studied common factors or like that, and also different type of expression in the algebra. Then we consider, we take the common. So similarly you can apply the same method here also. So here we are going to remove the common sub expression. So we are removing the repetition, and we are going to compact our expression, so that the memory requirement will be reduced, and it will make your compiler more efficient. Okay, why we are doing such type of applying such type of methods, three address code or uh, intermediate code generation? Okay, why we are using the directed acyclic graph? Our main concentration is to reduce the memory requirement and to enhance the speed of the compiler. Okay, we are going to produce the more efficient compiler. That's why we are applying such type of methodology. Okay, main thing is this. Now these are two applications you have already seen this. So another one is the to determine the names whose computation has been done outside the block but used inside the block. Okay, so you also check there are some blocks you have already used, okay, outside, and again you are going to use inside. Okay, so also take care of such type of blocks. Now you can see to determine the statements of the block whose computed value can be made available outside the block. In the preceding slide, we have already seen this. Now another thing is the to simplify the list of quadruples by not executing the assignment instructions. Okay, whenever we are indicating the three address code with the help of the quadruples or triples, then we can, how we will execute the assignment instruction like this: x colon equal to y. Okay, unless they are necessary and eliminating the common sub expression. So how we are going to get this? First we will check whether there is a common sub expression or not. Okay, and ultimately we will reach like this: x colon equal to y. Whenever we are going to reduce the common sub expressions, we are going to reduce our given expression, then we may reach up to this condition. Okay, at the end we may reach up to this condition, that is assignment instructions: x colon y is equal to y. Suppose we have any expression, long expression, and just we are going to replace by temporary variables t1 and again by t2 and again by t3, then at the end we will write like this: t3 colon equal to result. Okay, like that. So just we are going to reduce our long expression into the very small one, and at the end we have the condition like this. Okay, assignment instructions at the end after removing the common sub expressions. Now the construction of decks. So there are a few rules. By using that rules, we can design the directed acyclic graph. So first rule is interior nodes always represent the operators. Okay. In in case of directed acyclic graph, in the next slide we will see. But here you have to remember that in case of the directed acyclic graph, the interior nodes represent the operators. Okay, so the interior nodes just we can indicate by plus, minus, multiplication, slash means division, like those. Okay, so interior nodes always represent the operators. Second, exterior nodes means leaf nodes always represent the named identifier or constants. So remember the rule number one. Interior node will represent the operators. Okay. So whenever we are going to handle our expression, then the interior nodes will contain the only operator symbols. Okay, and exterior nodes you can also call the leaf nodes or children nodes. Then it will represent the names or identifiers or constants. Means it must have the variable name or the value or the constant or value of it. Okay, so this is the difference between the interior node and exterior node. So another rule that is called the two, a check is made to find if there exists any node with the same value. So where we will check if there is a repetition, okay, of the same value. A check is made to find if there exists any node with the same value. So each node must have the different value. Okay, so take care of this. If you are going to define the node, then you must first check whether each node have different value or same value. Okay, otherwise it will give you the redundancy or the faulty tag. Second one, a new node is created only when there does not exist any node with the same value. Okay, so first you have to check whether this node has the same value or not. Okay, if it has same value, then create the new node. Okay, so each node must have different value. Don't repeat that. So this action helps in detecting the common sub expression. Okay, so now whenever we are going to define the new node and each node must have different value, then we can detect easily common sub expressions. Okay, and avoiding the recomputation of the same. So first we will detect the common sub expression, and after that we will avoid the computation of the same. Okay. Third rule, the assignment instructions of the form this are not performed unless they are necessary. Okay. At the end, you are going to reduce your expression. Then at the end, you will get this form. Okay. So the assignment instructions of this form x colon is equal to y. This is the assignment instruction. Okay, are not performed unless they are necessary. If it is necessary, then you can perform this. Otherwise, you will write in the same position. Okay. So now we are considering for the simplicity so that you can understand easily what is DAG and how will you draw that DAG for a particular given expression. Okay. So concentrate over this because in the examination such type of expression will be given, and then you have to draw the directed acyclic graph for the given expression. So here the expression is a plus b. This is the multiplication sign. Okay, a plus b into within bracket a plus b plus c. So first we will use the methodology of the three address code. Okay, what we will do in case of the three address code, just we will use the first we will replace the expression small expression, then we will start here. We can see a plus b and a plus b. This is the this must be the common sub expressions. Then first we will choose, suppose t1 is equal to a plus b, like that. Okay, then in the next line you can again declare another temporary variable as t2. Okay, then t2 is equal to t1 plus c, like that. Okay, then again t2 is equal to a plus b plus c. Okay, then t3 is equal to t2 into t1, like that. So now how will you proceed? Just see here, we will write first the three address code for the given expression. Okay, if any expression is given, then first you have to write the three address code. Now we are going to write the three address code for that. So just we are using a plus b is equal to t1. Okay, We are considering the temporary variable. Okay, just we are using the method of 3 address code. Now you can see this here. I am choosing a plus b is equal to t1. Okay, now you can see a t1 is equal to a plus b, then replace t2 is equal to t1 plus c, another variable, temporary variable. So this is t1 plus c. Now again see, so t1 plus c, so it is equal to t2. Okay, it is equal to t2. Then you can write here t2 into a plus b is t1, and then you can assign this value to another temporary variable t3. Okay, so this is t3 is equal to t1 into t2. Okay, so it is easy. Just first you will check this expression and this expression, it may be common. Okay, so this expression is same like this, even though we have the multiplication sign here. Okay, so proceed in such a manner. Choose t1 a temporary variable and replace this value. Okay, first you handle this string. Okay, this expression. Okay, we can say expression. So t1 here you can write t1 in place of a plus b plus c. Okay, then it becomes t1 plus c. Then we are assuming, let another variable t2 is equal to t1 plus c. Okay, then we can write in place of a plus b plus c t2. Okay, and a plus b we have already chosen as t1, then we will write here t1 into t2. Okay, then we will assign t1 into 2 to t3, then it becomes t3 equal to t1 into 2 as per given expression. Okay, at the center you can see there is a multiplication sign. Okay, so now come, how will you draw this directed acyclic graph? Then just concentrate and think over this. Now this is plus sign as per protocols of the directed acyclic graph. Whenever we are going to draw the directed acyclic graph, the interior nodes, okay, will represent the operator symbol. Okay, we can assign the operator symbol to the interior nodes. Okay, these are the exterior nodes. So we can write the names or identifiers. Okay, so here we are writing A, B, C. Now you can check. It is given A plus B. Okay. Then this A plus B. Again, this has plus with this one. Okay. Just see here. B plus C. Now you can see here. A plus B. Here you can see this again. Addition with C. Now you can see A plus B, again plus sign, addition with C. Okay, now we are getting this expression A plus B and plus C. Okay, and this one A plus B plus C, okay, has multiplied with this expression. So this is common one. This multiplication you can see here, T3 is equal to T1 into T2 means A plus B plus C multiplied by A plus B. Now you can see A plus B plus C multiplied by, this is common one, A plus B. Okay. So we are going to multiply A plus B. Here we will get A plus B. Okay. Here the output will come a plus b, and from this positive sign a plus b plus c, and this is multiplied by the with this, okay, a plus b. Then you can see this is common one, okay, T3 multiplied by T1 into T2. Okay. So how we are getting T1? Then we can see this A plus B, okay, into A plus B plus C into, okay. Then this will be multiplied by this one. So here we will get the answer output, okay. So here you can write the output. Whatever we will get, we can get here the output, okay. After this star sign, we can draw a line and we can write the output. Output means addition along with the multiplication of these two expressions. So we can say that this is the compact form of expression. Okay, here just we are going to reduce the expression into common sub expression. Just we are eliminating the common sub expression and we are removing the repetition of a plus b. Okay, we are using only once, but this is the technique. We are not repeating a plus b again and again. Okay, so this is called the compact form, and we can say this is called the directed acyclic graph. So it is little bit different than the syntax tree. Okay, now you can note the common sub expression a plus b has been expressed into a single node in the DAG. So you can see here a plus b, this is called the common sub expression. Okay, you have already seen in the given expression a plus b into a plus b plus c, then a plus b is the common sub expression, okay, which we take the common, then that is called the common sub expression. So here a plus b is the common sub expression, and we will choose the temporary variable for a common sub expression, and after that we will start to reduce that. Okay, so the common sub expression has been expressed into a single node in the DAG. Now you can see common sub expression, can here you can see a plus b, this is common, okay, and you are going to represent only with this node, okay. This is a node and these are the interior nodes, okay. Now we are indicating with the operator symbol, and this node indicating the common sub expression, because we are using again and again this a plus b, also with this and also with this sign. Okay, so try to understand this. So you can note this is the important. So you can express into a single node. Another one is the computation is carried out only once. Okay, now here you are doing calculation only once, you are not going repeat again and again the same expression. Okay, and is stored in the identifier T1. You have already seen where you are storing the value of the a plus b, even though there is a repetition of the a plus b expression, but just you have already chosen a plus b as t1, and you are storing the value of a plus b in t1. Okay, okay, where identifier t1, just you are considering the temporary variable t1 and you are storing the value of a plus b, and again you can reuse that, like t2 is equal to t1 plus b, and then replace that t3 is equal to t1 into t2 and so on. Okay, so a long expression just you are reducing in the form of T1, T2, T3 along with the operators. So this illustrates how the construction scheme of a DAG identifies the common sub expression. So this is the way, just you are eliminating the recomputation. Okay, you are not doing the computation or calculation again and again. That's why you are removing the common sub expression. Just you are saving the time, okay, and saving the memory, enhancing the speed or efficiency of your compiler. So whenever you will use the DAG, and DAG is based on the 3 address code technology. So whenever we will use the 3 address code technology, then with the help of that, we can remove the redundancy of the common sub expression, and ultimately just we are going to reduce the memory requirement. Okay. So in this fashion, in this way, you can draw the directed acyclic graph easily, and you can also check how is it different than the syntax tree. Okay, you can check how it is different than the syntax tree. So another problem just we are considering. Consider the following expression and construct a directed acyclic graph for it. A plus A plus A plus A, again plus A plus A, again A plus A. So now you can see A plus A, we are repeating again and again the same expression. Okay, just concentrate on this given expression. Now draw the directed acyclic graph for this. Okay, now you can see that if we will replace A plus A by T1, okay, then what will happen? So either you can replace by T1, and you can add this T1 and then take this value into the another temporary variable T2. Okay, because A plus A, this will be replaced by T1, then T1 plus T1 plus T1 plus T1, and you can store this value into T2. Okay, so in this way, on the behalf of the technology of the 3 address code, you can proceed, or you can construct a directed acyclic graph directly. Okay, now you can see the solution for the directed acyclic graph. Then we can see here, these are the interior nodes. Okay, and A, again this is A plus A. Okay, because in syntax tree we cannot draw like this. Okay, but in directed acyclic graph we can use this. Okay, A, just there is a one, we can say, character here, and this is adding with A. Again and again we are doing addition with A plus A. Then how we will write? Just we can write here the terminal symbol A, okay, and plus with A, and we are indicating here we are going to add with this. It means here we will get A plus A. Okay, if we will use this, it means A plus A. Okay, and this A plus A adding with again here with A plus A. Okay, and here we can see again with A plus A. And why we are drawing this and this? Because there is a repetition of A plus A 4 times. So this addition, this one is for completing first expression A plus A. Okay, how we can draw the directed acyclic graph only for A plus A, then this one only. Okay, A plus A, it is giving output A plus A, and this one A plus A and again A plus A. Okay, so we are again using this. It means A plus A this and again A plus A this. Okay, and this 2 times A plus A adding with this. Okay, adding with this. Then here is we have A plus A again. So from here we will get the A plus A, then this will add to this A plus A. So that's why here we will get the corrected output. Okay, whenever we will draw a line, then we can write here the output we will get as A plus A and again A plus A, again A plus A and again A plus A 4 times. So this curve you can see here, this link connecting this and again connecting this one. Okay, forget only this. Okay, so here you will get 2 times A plus A and again 2 times A plus A. So here you will get the output 4 times. Just you forget this is only for getting A plus A 1 time. Okay, here we are indicating only single A, and here we will get A plus A. Then how we will get 4 times A plus A? That's why we will add with this and arrowhead will show another A plus A. Again we will add this and this arrow, this link will show again A plus A. So ultimately here we will get A plus A 4 times. So in this fashion, we can draw the directed acyclic graph. Okay, so please practice for drawing more number of directed acyclic graph. Just consider a small example, consider simple expression and try to draw the directed acyclic graph. Okay, then do practice for drawing the more number of directed acyclic graph. After that, you can draw the directed acyclic graph for the long or complex expression like this. Consider the following block and construct a directed acyclic graph for it. Problem number 3. Okay, A is equal to B into C, D is equal to B, E is equal to D into C, B is equal to E, F is equal to B plus C, G is equal to F plus D. So try to do this. First you consider only simple expressions and try. Okay, and in the next lecture I will give you and we will handle more number of such type of expression to draw the directed acyclic graph. So I am stopping here. Okay, now any question you can ask.